Hello, and welcome to the Millie Life. My name is Danielle. I am the owner of the Millie Life and the Millie Life YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have not yet subscribed, please make sure to click on that subscribe button below. I post new motorcycle videos every Thursday and new exercise videos every Friday. So make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out. So today we are jumping back into the 4-part series of Throwback Thursday. Last week was awesome. It was so wonderful to hear from you guys and hear about your first cars and see what those bad boys looked like. We're going to do a little recap here in a moment. But this week, we are going to be talking about and throwing it back to your first broken bone. So let's go. Before we get started, I wanted to do a quick recap of what some of the community here was rocking as their first vehicles. So we had a 2001 red Dodge Neon. Look at that bad boy. We had a 2000 Oldsmobile Intrigue. Lovely. A 1998 Chevy Cavalier in red. Very nice. A 1991 Lincoln Town Car that they affectionately called a houseboat. A 1991 Chevy Beretta that may or may not have had brakes. And then we had two original VW Bugs, a 1970 model and a 1975 model, which I love the original Bug. I am not a huge fan of the new one. These ones are really badass.
And rounding it out, we had a 1985 Nissan Sentra. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. The user did not provide the year, so I just went with the same year that they bought their first bike. And then we also had a 1988 Oldsmobile Cutlass. Very nice, guys.
But thank you guys again so much for sharing. It's cool to hear from the community, and I hope you guys will continue to comment, to share, and get connected through this channel. So without further ado, today we are talking about your first broken bone. I want to hear from you. What was your first broken bone? Are you one of those lucky people that have not broken a single bone in your body? I want to hear all about it. So share below. For me, my first broken bone happened when I was a junior in high school. So many of you know that I played high school basketball. It was my junior year, and it was my first year on the varsity basketball team. My freshman year, I played freshman, sophomore year, played JV. So I was so excited. It was early in the season. We were maybe 3 weeks in, hadn't really started conference play yet, and I broke my pinky while running. Now, I know you're probably thinking, how in the hell did you manage to do that? Okay, hold on. I'm going to explain. So junior year, just made the varsity team. We also had a freshman on that team that year. Super tall, 6 feet tall, all arms and legs. Amazing basketball player. And we were scrimmaging one day in practice. And there was a fast break for her team. She was dribbling the ball down the other way, and I was trying to catch up with her to stop the fast break. Well, in the process, her back foot clipped my left pinky, and it hurt like the dickens. For those of you that played basketball, you know that jamming your fingers is so common. All right, you jam it, it hurts, it gets swollen, it's stiff. You tape it up, which I'll show a picture there. And then you go on with practice. It's not a huge ordeal. A couple days, maybe a couple weeks later, you stop taping it and you're good to go. So I just thought I jammed my finger. I played the rest of practice. It hurt quite a bit when I caught the ball, but again, I just thought it was jammed. So the next day I'm sitting in physics class and I noticed that my left pinky is now the size of a breakfast sausage, and it is so black and blue. So at this particular time, cell phones were out, but it wasn't common for teenagers to have a cell phone. So I still contacted my parents at school via a payphone. So I called my mom and let her know that we needed to make a doctor's appointment. We went in. The doctor said he didn't think it was broken, got x-rays, came back. It was a spiral fracture, which was pretty good break. They were going back and forth about whether I'd need surgery, whether I would need pins. Long story short, I needed a cast. 6 weeks. I was out the majority of my junior basketball year season. For those of you who played basketball, you know that you go into conference play right around Christmas time, and then you play through January, and then the tournament, which is typically the end of your season, starts in February, maybe even March. But so I was going to miss the bulk of my season, and then, I would be coming back from injury. So it sucked. So I had a nice bright orange cast, wore that guy for 6 weeks, absolutely hated it. In hindsight, I wish we had taped that guy up, taking a week, maybe 2 weeks off, and then taped it and played. My finger is still crooked. I don't necessarily think that the cast provided a ton of benefit for future Danielle, but it was what was prescribed to us as the best option. So yeah, missed most of my junior year, came back and played my senior year. That is the only broken bone I've ever had. I've sprained ankles, tweaked shoulders, plenty of floor burns and all that sorts of stuff. But thank goodness that is the only broken bone I've ever had. Would love to hear from you guys. What was your first bone that you broke? Or are you one of those lucky people that have never broken a bone? And that's going to be it for today. That concludes our second out of 4 video series of Throwback Thursday. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Again, thank you so much for commenting and sharing your first vehicles last week. If you missed that video, I'll post it up here, top right-hand corner, coming at you. And I want to hear from you this week. So make sure you comment below. Stay tuned for next week's Throwback Thursday. It'll be the 3 out of the 4 of this series. So I'm excited to keep going with this. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. If you have not yet subscribed, please make sure to click that subscribe button. I'm Danielle. This is The Millie Life. And until next time, guys, I'll see you real soon. Bye.